Traditional and Alternative Healthcare Month. Bakit mahalagang pag-usapan po itong sangay na ito ng medisina? Meron bang batas sa pagsasagawa nitong traditional, alternative at complementary medicine, Dr. Annabel?
Yes, meron tayong batas. So ang nagsulong ng batas na yan ay si dating Secretary of Health, then Senator Dr. Juan Clavier.
Yes.
So ang batas na ito ay number RA or Republic Act number 8423 at ito ang Traditional Alternative Medicine Act.
And important,
November has been declared also as the Traditional Alternative Medicine Act by PD 860. Galing naman ito kay Gloria Macapagal Arroyo.
Okay. So ano yung mga doktora, yung mga uri ng mga alternative and complementary healthcare na kanina binabanggit na namin po ni Ali, no, na yung mga iba talaga may resistance sa drugs pero marami, I'm sure this is older, no, yung alternative medicine and complementary healthcare. So ano yung mga what are the types of this mga alternative healthcare po?
Yes, I'd like to define first kung ano ibig sabihin ng traditional, alternative, complementary, at bago ngayon yung integrative medicine. So when we say traditional, it has been practiced for so many years already. Like dito sa atin, hilot, no? So sa mga probinsya, maliliit pa lang tayo, parang yun na yung pinakaano nila. Pag naglagnat, hilot,
yun ang sagot.
Hilot. And then China, acupuncture.
Yes.
And in India, Ayurveda. So pag sinabi mong alternative medicine, ibig sabihin in place of. Yung ginagamit natin ngayon ay Western medicine or conventional medicine. Pag sinabing alternative, in place of yung ating conventional medicine. Pag complementary naman, ibig sabihin, you are still taking your conventional drugs or your medicines, complementary, additional, so that you will feel better. Yung integrative naman, pagsasama-sama nung traditional, alternative, complementary with your conventional medicine.
Okay.
I'm looking at ito, pag pinag-usapan natin ng traditional and alternative healthcare, no? Ano yan hindi lamang isang aspeto, kanina nga sinasabi ko kay Pat P, ang dami niyan under this umbrella, di ba? Hindi lamang yung mga supplements mo, diet mo, what you take orally, no?
Orally.
Or topically. Andyan yung touch, di ba? Yung masahe, yung chiropractic. Pag sinabi po natin na magbigay po tayo ng mga halimbawa po ng pasok dito sa traditional and alternative healthcare po, Dr. Annabel.
Okay. So meron tayong mga traditional alternative healthcare na systemic therapy. Like yung acupuncture. You use needles to run along the nerve paths to anesthetize that area. Dati for pain lang siya, pero ngayon yung acupuncture is also used even for sinusitis, even for prevention of stroke, for treatment of hypertension. Meron din tayong Ayurveda. So yung Ayurveda, matagal na pinapractice sa India. Ang ibig sabihin ng Ayurveda ay science of life. So, yung sa Ayurveda, pinagsasama-sama yung sunshine, good sleep, the right kind of foods, at saka yung dapat yung time na kakain ka. Siguro sila yung nagpauso ng nating after 6, no? Kasi pag sa gabi, hindi na sila kumakain ng marami. So, yun, Ayurveda, acupuncture, these are the biological systems based. And then what you mentioned earlier, yung mga manipulative techniques like chiropractic, no, manipulation of the spine, and then osteopathy, parang bone manipulation din, but the overall health is the concern. At yung ating mga massage, like yung reflexology, acupressure, yung different kinds of massage, including na yung ating Filipino hilot. Meron din tayong natural-based therapies, katulad ng naturopathy. So, ito naman more of nutritional sila. So, nutritional, you eat the right kinds of food. So, more sila of vegetarian, less of meat, and then more sila use of sunshine, air, natural systemic therapies. Hindi sila masyado sa synthetic na medicines, more sila sa natural health supplements. So ito yung biological base. Meron din tayong mga mind-body techniques katulad ng yoga, ng meditation. And then meron din tayong mga yung herbal medicine, aromatherapy is also part of traditional medicine. Yung pinapractice ng mga doctors natin, they're medical doctors, but at the same time, they practice also alternative complementary healthcare is homeopathy. Homeopathy naman, yung you detoxify. For example, ang dami-dami mo nang iniinom na gamot. So what they do is they take it out of your system, either by fasting, either by diet therapy, either by barium enema, either by colonics, yung nilalagyan ng
labatiba.
tubo para lumabas lahat, no?
Ng ano?
Then,
Labatiba.
enema, yun din. And then, after na-detoxify, they will supplement your body naman with nutritional supplements. Para when you are sick, your body will fight naturally against the sickness.
The body can heal itself. Kasi nga people say that.
Yes.
Meron kang may kapasidad yung
Yeah.
katawan mo to heal itself.
So, Doktora, what is interesting for me, no, itong ang alternative medicine, yung mga herbs na ginagamit natin sa Pilipinas, nako, yung mga ninuno natin, di ba, tawa-tawa, malagundi, yung mga ganon. Proven po talaga ba siya na talagang nakakagaling or dapat complementary rin po itong mga herbs na ito na ginagamit po natin dito?
Meron tayong 10 halamang gamot which have been approved by the Department of Health at yung National Institute of Herbal Medicine through the National Institute of Health, UP Manila, together with the Philippine Institute of Traditional and Alternative Healthcare. Naglagay po tayo ng malaking budget research to prove na itong mga herbal medicines na ito are scientific and evidence-based. So, meron po tayong 5 na nasa Philippine National Drug Formulary. Lagundi is very good and effective. Marami na po tayong clinical studies dyan. It is a very good broncholytic, no? Nakakapalabas siya ng phlemas. Broncholytic, then magagamit mo rin siya for asthma. Then meron din tayong sambong. Sambong naman is very good for dissolution of kidney stones. In fact, it is already being prescribed by mga urologists natin. Para siya nagiging complementary to your medications na para malusaw yung bato sa inyong kidneys. And then meron tayong very novel drug na hopefully ma-launch this year, no? Yung ulasimang bato. It is very good to keep the uric acid levels down. So wala siyang side effects katulad ng mga maintenance natin for uric acid. Nakaka-affect kasi yun sa liver.
Pang-gout?
Bato, walang effect sa liver.
Ulasimang bato.
Ulasimang bato for uric acid.
Oo. Actually, it's known as pansit-pansitan.
Yun pala ang pansit-pansitan. Meron kami dito sa bahay.
Salad. No? Ginagawa siyang salad. Makikita mo siya sa daan-daan.
Parang
Andyan
weed
na.
ito eh.
Weed,
Parang weed sa mga paso. Ano ba yung tumutubo ang pansit-pansitan eh.
Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25.